Hi, welcome everyone to another episode of Let's Talk Special Economic Zones. I'm your host, Ainsley Brown. I'm the Senior Director for Regulations, Policy Monitoring, and Enforcement at Jamaica Special Economic Zone Authority. In today's episode, I would like to touch on something that's quite controversial, not just in special economic zones, but foreign direct investment, and that is technology transfer. Oftentimes, technology transfer has had a negative connotation. Now, of course, governments want technology transfer because they want that improvement within their country. But of course, companies don't wish to give up technology, especially, they've spent millions of dollars on research and development to develop that technology. And oftentimes, when you hear technology transfers, it tends to be of the forced kind. And that's not what I'm talking about today. And in fact, I wish to reframe it from technology transfer to technology upgrading. And I think that's a better word. And it's not, tomato kind of situation where it's the same thing. It's actually not. What I'm referring to is exposure to technology that a country wouldn't otherwise have been exposed to. Now, this is not unique to special economic zones. Granted, there has been over the years a negative connotation with special economic zones in terms of technology, forced technology transfer, technology theft. I'm not referring to that. I'm referring to the upgrading of technology, exposure to new techniques, new actual technology, new software, new hardware, whatever it may be, to improve what a country does. And that can be done in different ways. That is beneficial to both the investor and the recipient country without it being a forced thing. So you can, of course, which is to the benefit of the host country and also to the investor, cooperate and coordinate technical training, whether and managerial training, because there's techniques that can be learned at the managerial level, not just at the technical level. That's one way. Another way, of course, is for the company to do training of suppliers, local suppliers, to bring them up to particular standards. So this is something I had mentioned in another episode, whereby you do a supplier training program to, say, bring them up to a ISO standard, whether it be a quality standard or food safety standard. I know, for example, certain companies I think Amazon, for example, have their own standards that all their suppliers must abide by. Some of those standards are guided by the laws of the home country from which the foreign investor comes from, but at the same time, it is oftentimes shaped by their needs. So if that can be upgraded or used as a means to upgrade and transfer technology techniques to the host country through their the local companies, again, that is a way for technology transfer or technology upgrading, as I said, to reframe it, could happen. Another one, of course, which is probably one of the most obvious, is through the workers, upgrading their skills, which I said with training programs, but moving from one type of say a manual process to now a one that has a little bit more automation in it, or machines involved. Again, you'll see an upgrading of skills, and then that those techniques being transferred, and technology being transferred over. Another way, which I think is a bit unique is that you could transfer by literally opening up licenses without whether discounted or whether for intellectual property, whether charging nothing, charging zero, to allow for whether it's the suppliers or others to be exposed to bring them up. Some you may look at that as a loss for the um, the foreign direct investor, but it may not be. It may be to their benefit, and of course, if it's not to their benefit, it doesn't really make sense. So that's one of the ways. Now, the respect for intellectual property is critical in all of this. Without it, it won't come off. And also, especially in the 21st century that we're in and the fourth industrial revolution, the respect for intellectual property is a must in whichever country, whichever zone, wherever. It has to be central, because without it, you will not attract or retain foreign direct investment. So technology, again, it can't be a forced transfer, but it has to be a upgrade, technology upgrade by various means. And with that, you will have success for both parties, the investor and the host country, because both are benefiting. That's the end of the episode. If you liked what I had to say, please like or share, and of course comment. And I look forward to hearing from you guys. Bye for now.